Hi everybody, my name's Tracy. Welcome to Downward Dog Rising. I'm going to give you a workout tonight. So let's work our core, our upper body, our shoulders, our abdominals, our glutes, our legs, our hips. Let's just work out. Join me. Let's start. Bend knees. Feet are flat on your mat. We're going to take hands to shoulder height from the center of your breastbone. Inhale to the side. Exhale, rise up. Other direction. Breathing in. Exhale, rise up. Openness across shoulder, chest. Breathing in, ribs expand. Breathing in, your ribs expand. Central axis point is your breastbone. Rotate around that central axis point. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Rising up. Go to the other side. Breathing in. Exhale. And one more each way. Breathing in, exhale. Reach. Reach. 4, 3, 2 more. And we're going to do a table. Last one. Hand comes down, feet hip width apart. You're going to do a bridge up. Collarbones wide. Fold knee in. Come back. Press hips to sky. Keep your pelvis level steady. Inhale. Exhale. Core tightens into low back. 7. Collarbones wide. Engage your core. 5 more. Hip points draw closer together. 4. 3 more. 2 more. Last set. Now we're going to lower down. We're going to roll down the leg. Breathe in. Use your core. Climb the tree. Roll down. Use your abdominal. Scoop in. Rise up. 2 more. Chest opens. 1 more. Now from here, cross ankle over knee. We're going to slowly lower down. Reach through the space between the thighs. Hug that bottom leg in. Use your elbow above the knee. Gently rotate that leg laterally into your hip socket. Now flex both feet. I'm going to stretch your piriformis muscle. Breathe in. Get those hips to release. Exhale. Breathing in. One more time. Release. Stem the other leg. Lengthen head away from tailbone. Roll up, walk up your leg. Let me see if I could get a little better angle. Little bit. Not sure. Okay. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I might move it again. We shall see. Use your abdominals. Curl the tailbone. Elongate the low back. Heel down, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale. Nod your chin. Really scoop the abdominal wall. Rise up. Peel back down. Climb a tree. Use your core. Roll down vertebra by vertebra. Activate your core. 3 more. 2 more. Last set. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take this ankle, cross it a little higher than the right knee. Or the other side, whatever side you didn't do. Reach hands under thigh. Flex both of your feet. Use your elbow to gently guide that knee a little higher than knee joint, inner thigh. Guide it into lateral hip rotation. Go deep into that piriformis and those lateral hip rotators. Stay here and breathe. The spine lengthens into mat. Three deep inhales here. Flex your feet. Go deeper into those hips. Two more. And one more time, deep inhale. And gently release. From here, what I want you to do, legs lift. Then we're going to do frog press. Legs out, in, come down, bridge up. Lower, lift, frog. Come in, down, and bridge. In, gonna lift, frog. Come in, legs come down, and bridge. Hips are up together. Knees, lengthen, back and down, bridge, come in. Knees and frog, bend in, lower down, bridge up, lower down. Knees extend, dry in, lower down, bridge up, lower down, knees and extend. In, down, and bridge. Come back, bend and lengthen, in, down, bridge, come back. Four more, extend. Come in, lower down, bridge up. We're going to do three more. In, frog, come back and down. Two more, bridge, come down. In, lengthen out, fold in, lower, do a bridge. Stay here. Right leg up, point toes, pulse, pulse. Squeeze your glute, pulse, pulse, pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep hips level. 2. Bring it in. Other leg up, pulse. Keep the hips level, level. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Scoop in. 3, 2, last one. Fold in. Reach arms up. Anchor shoulder blades deep down into your back. Knees over second toes. Roll down sequentially. Little by little. Arms come to mat. Bridge pelvis up. Collarbones wide. Tailbone reaches long. Inhale. Now you're going to roll down. Little by little. All the way to the tailbone. 2 more. Peel up, vertebra by vertebra. Roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. To the tailbone. 1 more. Peel up, breathe in. Width, wide across shoulders. Exhale, roll down. Little by little. All the way in, hug knees to chest. So we're going to do something called rolling. Avoid this if you have any back herniations, if you have osteoporosis. Avoid this, any degenerative disc disease in low back. We wouldn't want to put pressure and roll through it. Would not be good. Nod your chin. Okay. Create the length, the back of the neck. We don't want to drop our chin. Think of elongating neck away. You're stretching from under the earlobes to the top of your head. Back and neck is long. We're going to start by using our abdominal wall. We're going to reach, peel up. I want you to balance. Here's neutral. Here's C-curve. Here is neutral spine, flat back. Here is C-curve, spinal flexion. We avoid this when we have disc herniations or compression in low back. Healthy spines can do this, and compression happens over time. So just be careful if you have low back pain, because you can have compression and not know it. So what we do here, we're going to balance. And then just think of dropping your shoulders far away from your ears. And I want you to really expand into the back of your rib cage. Very important to get the air into the lower lobes of your lungs. Fully expand into the back of your rib cage. Keep the back of the neck long. Never roll into your neck. Stop at mid-back, shoulder blade shelf. So what you do, you have to really take a deep inhalation into the back of your ribs, and then you have to wrap the sides of the ribs around to the center and use a really deep exhale to come up. So you're gonna inhale, taking it back. Now, come up and balance. Think of your low back as a wheel. You're rolling through the wheel. Stay in a ball. Breathing in, exhale. It's more advanced to have hands clasp your shins in. Less advanced to support under the knees, because then you can use a little momentum. 3 more. This is less advanced. You can use your legs, a little bit of momentum. 2 more. This is a little harder. Use your core. Exhale. Use your core. Exhale. Last one. Breathing in. Exhale. All right. You let the breath flow through you, and that gives you really clean, refined movement. Okay, this next one, we're gonna reach to the outsides of our ankles. And we're just gonna balance. You're just balancing right on top of those sits bones right now. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, just balance, breathing out. One more time. Gently come in. All right. Now, we're going to go into yoga for a second. We're going to do our flip dog. So, you're parallel. Take your right leg straight. Push into the bottom of your left foot. So, your straight leg, that arm rises up. We're going to go into a little back bend. Take this arm straight back behind you. Fingertips away. This other arm, opposite arm, is going to go right back behind you. Lift your breastbone to the sky. We're doing a slight back bend, so you want your breastbone open, shoulders, chest to sky. Breathing in, breathing out. Slight back bend, press hips up, engage glutes. Gently come in. Lower down. Now from here, I'm going to have you turn. We're going to switch to the other side. I'm just going to keep facing this way so I don't confuse anyone. Bottom of right foot goes into your mat. That left leg stretches out long. We're going to reach left arm, fingertips back behind us. Get ready, because we're going to lift this right arm in line with our shoulder. Blades down your back, come up into a back bend, hips to sky. Lift hips to sky, engage glutes, scoop your core tight. Breathe in, breathe out. Hips to sky, use your glutes, use your core. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time, deep inhale, breathing in, breathing out. Gently come in. All right. Okay, now from here, we're gonna fold one leg in front. We're gonna do half a butterfly. So I'm gonna do a little variation of half a butterfly. We're gonna do a little thing, half a variation that would go into Pavrita Janusarasana. So then I'm gonna use a block. You could use your elbow, your forearm. I'm tight here on each side, big time. If you are too, maybe put a stack of pillows in front of you. Maybe put a folded yoga blanket or yoga block. Lift straight up, shoulders right over your hips. Rise up. You're gonna bring that palm to the sky, forearm faces up. And I should have told you to get props. Take a belt from your pants, from your jeans, your pants, your trousers. Take a belt from your yoga section of your house, yoga strap. Wrap it over the bottom of your foot. That palm is up on that block. This is just to be more accessible into the side of your ribs. And you're gonna inhale, exhale, stay here and breathe. Now, if you're more flexible, and you could take this hand and reach and grab your foot, you can do so. Breathing in, breathing out. So we really want to get our side line to open up. If we can stretch the whole side of our rib cage away from our pelvis, we really create length in our spine when we open up our side body or side line. Really lift out of your pelvis, sink into those sits bones, collarbones wide, shoulders out of ears. One more deep inhale here. Gently, you're going to come up. What I want you to do here, you're going to bend the leg that's straight, and then take the other leg out. Again, you want your pelvis directly underneath you. Equal weight into each half of your pelvis, so you're not leaning. If you have a stack of blankets, folded up mat, you can use that here for that forearm. If you have a belt or a strap, you can wrap it over the bottom of your foot if you like. We want more flexibility in our spine and our hips. We're going to take this arm, lengthen up on your inhale so your spine stretches long, palm to sky. Then you're going to take this arm, really stretch, 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 up and over. See if you could grab a hold of that strap. And we're going to try to really keep centered so we don't twist. We're doing a lateral side bend, lateral flexion of the spine. Breathing in, really open shoulders, chest, drop shoulders out of ears. Really expand those ribs wide open and apart. We want to get our oxygen into the lower lobes of our lungs. Rid ourselves of impurities and toxins. Use the breath. We want to eliminate waste from our blood. Breathing in. Get that carbon dioxide out. Exhale. Shoulders drop down back. Open up that whole side line. Flex this foot. Really expand into those ribs. Really feel the openness between ribcage, hip bone. One more deep inhale here. And gently you're going to come up out of it. Keep your leg bent on this side. And we're going to gently just slide our foot in on the other side. Slide your leg in. And I want you to think of the soles of your feet turning upwards to the sky. We want our hips to laterally rotate towards the sky. We want our thigh bones to twist from the inner to the outer. And then we're going to just stretch right up. If you want, you could grab a hold of your feet and you gently take your big thumb by your big toe, turn out laterally a little, give a little support to your feet, and really stretch out. Your heels don't have to be too close in towards groin. They can be a little further out. We're just going to keep lengthening our spine for a moment. Lengthen up for a little seated butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Breathing in. We're just going a little deeper than the muscles. Want to get into that connective fascia, that tissue. Help support our joints. We're going to bypass the muscle if we could hold it longer than 90 seconds. Your knees are floating in water, so they just release, they relax. We're going to gently start to hinge forward. Keep your spine reaching long. Breathing in helps to lengthen your spine. Exhale. If it's within your practice, you can hip hinge and you could rest your forehead in front. You can come all the way down if you like. Do wherever you're at. Meet yourself on the mat wherever you are at. No judgment. Feel the tissue let go. Release. Let go. No judgment. Go a little deeper. Once you feel that release, go a little deeper. Couple more deep inhales here. And one more deep inhale. Slowly we're going to make our way up. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees. Draw your knees together. Hands by sides of body. You're just going to gently do a little release for your hips. Windshield wiper. Okay, next exercise. Let's take it to our hands and our knees for a moment, and then we can always switch this out. Let's take this. Let's see, which way do I want to face? Let me try this direction. So, here is cow. You see a little sway in my low back. Here's cat. Head away from tailbone, scoop abdominal wall. Inhale as you elongate your spine, head stretches away from tailbone. Exhale, abdominal wall really draws deep in the spine when you do your cat. Inhale, stretch apart. Exhale, round. 3 more. Inhale, stretch apart. Exhale, round. 1 more. Come back into your neutral. Okay, your front ribs meet your back ribs. Now from here, I'm gonna have you hop your hands up off the mat as you tighten your core. Abdominals pull tight. 2 more. And 1 more. Tighten core to spine. Okay, now you're gonna curl your toes under. Make sure that your back doesn't sway. So essentially, you're gonna feel how low part of your back is elongated as your abdominals pull up. Come into a plank position. Toes curl under. Essentially, front ribs meet back ribs. Tighten core to spine. I showed you the modification. So we're gonna see if we can hop our feet, hop our hands. 4, hop your feet, hop your hands. 3, use your core. 2, one more time, use your core. And gently come back in. Okay, now we're gonna do our melting heart. We're gonna do our extended puppy pose. Your hips are gonna stay straight above your knees. Melting heart. extended puppy. You're going to stretch forward from the mid breastbone all the way to the top of your head. Your hips stay right over the knees. Maybe your feet are flat on the mat. I like to just curl toes under to help support my knees. And I want you to really pull your sternum forward and through. Get the stretch under the armpits, upper mid-back. Feel the stretch across upper mid-back. Abdominals lift into spine. Really expand into those ribs. Maybe your belly expands, those ribs expand, core draws into low back. Melting heart. Gently sinking into the mat. One more deep inhale. Slowly, you're going to walk your hands in. Now, once you walk your hands in, you're going to curl toes under. And I'm going to have you extend the legs straight. Now, front ribs meet back ribs, core is strong. And I'm going to have you just gently draw knee to chest. We're going to work a core a little bit. Draw knee to chest, back out. Core is strong. Keep your head lengthening away from your tailbone. 8. Feel those ribs wrap together in front. 7. Core is strong. And 6. Wrap those ribs. Spine is long. 5. Keep using your core. 4 more. 3. Narrow those hip points together in front. 2 more. Last one. Now from here, push your weight back into a downward dog. Draw your breastbone forward and through. Gently stretch heels towards mat. It's okay if they don't touch. It's all right. Gently walk your dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Do what feels right. You could stretch your neck a little, looking from side to side if it feels okay to you. And 4. And 3. 2 more. All right. Now from here, take your left leg into 3-legged dog. Extend straight. We're shifting weight forward through spine into the palms. Shifting weight from center through the pelvis, up through the leg to the toes. Oppositional energy forces. Balance. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently, we're going to take a step forward with our left foot, and then we're going to walk it to the left corner of the mat. We're going to take our hands, widen your fingers apart. Hands are going to move to the inside of your front left foot. We're just going to laterally shift it out for a second. And I just want to get to your hips to start releasing a little bit for our dragon pose. We're going to get laterally into our hip and glute. Then we're going to get into our psoas and our quad on the side over here. Gently take your back knee, place it down on the mat, allow the top of your foot Now we're going to wing onto the lateral pinky toe side of our foot. And if it's within your practice, I'm going to ask you to slowly come to your forearms. If you have a block, you could rest your forearms on a block like this. Keep your hips straight. We're just laterally shifting that leg out in the hip socket, lateral pinky toe side of your foot. Wing dragon. If you wanted to go deeper, you would bend your elbows and rest your forehead on the back of your hands. If it's within your practice, you could go all the way down. This is a great hip opener. Keep that spine long. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Slowly, you're going to curl the toes of your back foot under, lift up the knee. Walk your foot back to the center here. Then I'm going to have you take a step back into a plank. From here, downward dog. Pull breastbone forward and through. Gently stretch those sits bones behind you, back of thighs lengthen. Heels rise up, heels lower down. Pull spine in opposition. If you want, you can look at your knees, neck is long. 10, then 9. Stretch those Achilles tendons. 8, 7, 6, really feel your core deepening into your back. 5, then 4, 3, 2 more. Now from here, take it into three-legged dog. Now the right leg is going to go straight up. Left leg stays long. Your hip bones are squared straight ahead in front of you. Stretch and lengthen. One more deep inhale. Now take your right foot, step in between the two hands. Then we're going to do a little shift to the side. Start to walk your right foot lateral, right side of mat. Widen your hands, your fingertips. Hands are going to come straight onto the mat, to the side of your foot. And you're just going to keep your hip points straight ahead of you. Breastbone long. Just going to give our hip a chance to open and stretch. So we're just turning our foot out a little bit. Keep spine reaching long. Giving our hips a chance to release. Let's take one more deep inhale here. We're going to set our back knee down. You can set your back foot down. Now you're going to turn that thigh, rotate, external rotation in your hip socket. Roll out into the pinky toe side edge of your foot. We're going to do wing dragon on this side of our body now. So your hip bones are facing straight ahead to the front. You could either stay here if you want to make it a deeper stretch. You can come down onto your forearms. And I'm going to bring my mat, the floor, up to me by using a yoga block. So you can use a yoga block. You can use pillows, blankets. I do have tight hips from running. If I don't do my stretches, it's really super tight. I try not to go too long without the stretching. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep that spine reaching long. I'm going to take one more deep inhale here. Slowly, we're going to walk our foot in between the two hands, extend the back leg up off mat, curl toes under so you're in your lunge. Then from your lunge, walk it into a plank, bend the knees, and we're going to go back into a rest pose, Balasana. Sit straight back, hips over heels. Reach each sits bone straight back behind you on your mat. Just get the sensation of your spine being stretched in two directions. Sits bones reach behind you, breastbone pulls forward and through. One more deep inhale here from Balasana, rest pose. And slowly make your way up to your hands and your knees. We're going to do a set of yogi push-ups, tricep push-ups, and Pilates, we call them Pilates push-ups, where you squeeze your elbows close to your rib cage. Maybe I'll do 5 on my knees. Maybe I'll try 5 full-on plank. Hopefully I don't do a nose plant into the mat. I'm a little tired, but I don't know. I'll try it. Why not? So we're going to do knees first. You could do all 10 in a plank, full plank if you like. Elbows in close, press up. Elbows in close, press up. 3 more. 2 more. Good. Now we're going to go into a plank without letting our back arch. We're going to come in, elbows to ribs, press up. Come in, press up. Come in, press up. 2 more. Woo, 1 more. Now we're going to go into a little up dog. So you're just going to let those legs rise up. Pull your breastbone forward and through, breathing in, breathing out. And then we're going to shift our weight back into our down dog one last time. And just gently allow those heels to pull towards the floor. Stretch your body in 2 opposing directions. Breastbone forward and through. One more time here. Take your hands, gently walk them in to your feet. From here, you're going to do a little ragdoll. You can have your elbows bent. You could soften the knees if the hamstrings feel tight. Gently turn head side to side, nice and easy. Release your neck. Then we're going to use our whole body. And then gently just swing side to side. Use your whole body a couple times. And gently come back to center. Then we're going to take hands to mat. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, maybe grab your ankles, backs of lower legs. Come in a little deeper. Breathing in and breathing out. Uttanasana. And gently release. From here, we're going to walk our hands back out into our plank. Now, once you're in your plank, what I want you to do here, bend one knee, turn to your side, and you're just going to extend one arm to the sky. And then what I want you to do here, we're going to take our leg in the air, hand can reach behind head and neck. I might have to move a little. You're going to lift up your leg, circle without moving your rib cage off your hip bones. Keep really steady and stable. 8. Abdominals tighten into low back. 7, 6, 5. Body is stable. 4. Just move your leg. 3. Core is strong. 2. Now reverse it. Breathe in, breathe out. Precision, control. Breathe in, breathe out. Your hips are stabilized. 8, 7. Come on, focus. 6, 5. Ribs wrap. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Last one. Good job. So from here, I'm going to come down to the mat. We're going to have this leg be bent. Cross this other one over. And then basically, we're going to do a little shoelace. Woo! My shoelace isn't exactly uniform. We cross our knees over the other. Sometimes one hip could be tighter than the other. We try to get equal weight through each one of our sits bones. Rise up through your spine, breathing in. And breathing out. Cow face, Kosianut, shoelace. Gently hinge forward from the hips. We're going really deep into the lateral hips right now. Stay here and breathe. Ideal for runners and cyclists, martial artists too. Even if you spend a lot of time driving in a car, it makes your hips tight. Sitting at the computer makes your hips tight. So many things make our hips tight. It's vital to stretch them out. When something feels really, really tight and it's hard to do, that means you really, really need it. Gently, we're going to come up. And then what I want you to do here, reach those arms behind your back, interlace your fingertips, and just stretch, open up your chest, collarbones, heart center. Inhale, little back bend, and then exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, little back bend, exhale, release. So now we're going to take it across to the other side. You're going to fold your knee. You're going to extend one leg straight. Arm reaches to sky. Make a straight line across your 2 hip bones. Hips are straight. You can have your hand come behind head, or you can have your arm reach long. Now, hips are straight, ribs connect in front so we don't flare the rib cage away from these 2 hip bones. And we're going to circle that leg. Control. Breathe in, breathe out. And 8, 7, and 6. Just circle the leg without moving anything else. 5, control. Precise motion. 4, 3, ribs connect. 2, sides and neck remain long, shoulders out of ears. Let's reverse. Inhale, exhale. Ooh, that weighs harder. 9, 8, just move your legs. Move the one leg. 7, 6, outer thigh, inner thigh. 5, and 4, 3, just move that leg. 2 more. Good, last one. Excellent. Gently, you're going to come in. This leg is going to bend, bottom leg. The leg that you just did circles with, that top knee is going to be placed over the bottom knee. And again, we look for uniformity. Woo! Keeping your hips stabilized into the mat. Sometimes you're going to feel tighter on one side more than the other. So we're going to do our Kosianut on this side. Cow face. We're going to stretch those arms in the air. Now from here, really rise up as you sink into the bottom of your pelvis. Stretch that spine long. Do a slight hip hinge forward. This could look very different between individual to individual, depending on your flexibility. Stay here and breathe. Just go into it. Calmly go right to your edge. Commit to it. And you'll feel a little release as you do so. You can flex feet. Breathing in, keep that spine reaching long. Let it go. Release into it. Okay, we're going to take one more deep inhale here. And then slowly we're going to make our way up. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers one more time, stretch. Open heart center, slight baby back bend. Breathing in, shoulders relax away from ears. Gently exhale, release your arms. Take your feet side by side. We're going to release the outer hips by doing a small little windshield wiper from side to side. All right. As my bones hit across the floor, grinding. It's not really good when you do that, so disregard if you hear my bones grinding. It's better if you have a cushion or something soft under your feet, so that doesn't happen. Okay, next exercise. I want to create some length in your low lumbar vertebra. We're going to lie on one side. Basically, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, straight vertical line. 180 degrees. Draw a straight line with your body on the mat. Let's see if I have room. We're going to make a straight line. Ideally, hips are squared, straight ahead, shoulders out of ears. Now, you anchor the top shoulder blade down to the back of your pelvis so your shoulder blades are anchored. And then you press your top palm into the mat, keeping shoulders out of ears, and you lift both legs off the mat. And then you lower back down. So what you do, you're going to lift the legs, tighten your core to your back, lower down. Lift and down. Lift. So we're strengthening our low back, our core, those obliques. Hip points come close together. Exhale. And breathe in, exhale. 6 more, reach. Think of reaching legs across from. Think of this whole inner thigh elongating away from you. That bottom inner thigh will help you get the top leg up too. 5 more. 4 more. 3. 2 more. And last one. Awesome. Okay, come into, we're going to do a little Sphinx. You can have fingers wide open. Shoulders drop out of ears. The tops of your feet rest on mat. Legs reach long. Feel how your abdominals start to stretch. The tone of the abdominal wall, it starts to feel like it's working. You're going to feel it. Drawing into the front of your spine. Collarbones wide, shoulders out of ears. Creating some space in our back, strengthening our back, working on our postural alignment. One more deep inhale here. Now gently come onto your other side. One long line. Pull your shoulder blades straight to back pocket. I'm going to face away from you so you can see how my shoulder pulls away from my ear. Anchor your blade. Top hip stays over bottom hip. Top hand reaches into mat. Both legs reach long. Lower down. Lift and down. And 8. 7. I'm going to turn my face. You keep going. 6. Just wanted you to get a different angle. 6. Lengthen. 5 more. Top hand presses into mat. 4. One long line. 3. 2 more. 1 more. And gently release. We already did Sphinx. So we're going to do something from Pilates. Clasp your palms together. Interlace your fingers together. Shoulders drop away from ears. Hip points firm into mat. Your pelvis sinks deep into the mat. I'm going to do a slightly different angle. So your hips are firm in mat. We don't want a lot of motion here. You're trying to keep your pelvis as stable as you can on the mat. Shoulders are away from the ears. Hips press into mat. We curl the leg in, hamstring curl, heel, toe, heel. Squeeze your hamstring back at thigh, then we place the foot down. Then we look over the shoulder to stretch side of neck. We do heel, toe, heel, and then we come down and we really deepen our core connection, zipping up from pubic bone to navel. And the breath count is like exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Ow, I got a cramp in my foot. Okay, hopefully it goes away. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to do the breath. Exhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. I'm getting a cramp. I'm going to keep going. It's the left leg that's cramping. Ooh. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. We're working those hamstrings. That's why mine's cramping so much. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. 3 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. Last set. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down. And down. Woo! Take hands under your shoulders. Press up to hands and knees. Now we're going to go right back into our balasana again. See if you can sit back, hips over heels. If you need more support on knees, you could put a blanket under the knees. You could even do this. Maybe I'll do this way, I'll show you. Take a yoga block a little higher than your heels, and then you sit on it. It goes right, a little higher than the heels, and then it gives your knees a little extra support as you sit back. Inhale, exhale. Two more. One more time. Slowly press into your hands. Gonna come back up. Gonna take out that block. And then I'm gonna give you something, modification first. It's gonna do a little bit of Pilates and then a little bit of yoga. Okay, so now you're gonna come back to your mat, lowering down. Basically, in order to do a rollover in Pilates, you need to do spinal articulation. If anyone has a fused spine anywhere, you would avoid this completely. So we don't want to bother the spine. So only do this if your vertebrae are allowed to move independently. So what that means, we're going to curl tailbone under, spinal flexion, and then we're going to work our way up our spines. And then I don't want anyone to get into their neck vertebra, so you stop. You don't go all the way up into the neck. Stop where your shoulder blades are, shoulder girdle. You inhale, and you can really feel openness across shoulders, chest here. And then you want to see if you can pull your ribs together and down, and then you make your way through each section. Heeling down. I had a little wobble, a little bit of rotation in my spine in there. Do a couple more of these. Peel up, vertebra by vertebra. Breathing in, soften, exhale. Knees stay in line with hip sockets. Avoid letting knees splay outward. If you have any wobbling, really try to control the spinal muscles on each side. Get into all those muscles, iliocostalis, longissimus, spinalis, all the way down. All the way down into the low back. Peel up, vertebra by vertebra. Lift up. One more time. Work your way down. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale. Exhale. All the way. Use those core muscles all the way. Good. Okay, we're going to do a bridge now in yoga. Press into all four corners of your feet. You don't want to have any arch in your back. Lengthen your tailbone away from your breastbone. Straight lift up. You're either going to have your arms pressed down by your sides. Feel how your shoulders open, collarbones wide, they drop down. Stay here. Press hips to sky, lengthen tailbone. Knees in line with hip joints. Or you could take your fingertips, clasp them together, palms together, and stay here and breathe. I'm just going to keep looking straight. Spine is long. Engage your glutes. Press hips to sky. Abdominals working, supporting your back. Press hips to sky. Soften your sternum, your breastbone. Spine is long. One more deep inhale. Softly bring your hands apart. Roll down. Hug knees into chest. Breathe into the space and back between your shoulder blades. I'm going to show you Halasana, Plow. Again, we would avoid if we have any herniated discs or degenerative disc disease, stenosis. We wouldn't do stuff to create more compression in our low back. So use your caution and your judgment. You know your body best. So from here, what I want you to do, I'm going to have you lift legs up. Feel the crease here in your hip socket. Your arms are going to reach down into the mat. And then I'm going to have you slowly lift up. Maybe your toes come down to the mat. If they're not quite there, Tighten core to spine, keep neck straight. Feel the shoulder girdle, shoulders on mat. Tighten core to spine. Maybe you'll lift one leg up. Gently bring that leg down, tighten the core to your back. Maybe you'll lift your other leg up. Gently come back down. Pull those core muscles into your back. I'm not going to stay long. It's not good to do this with high blood pressure. It's not good to do this with glaucoma like I have, so I'm coming out of it. And then when I come out of it, I'm going to do a Pilates roll down. I'm going to flex my heels, and I'm going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Elongate all the way down. And then you're going to hug your knees into your chest. If it's within your practice, it's okay on your back. You can always go side to side across that low back. Awesome. All right. We're going to do a little reclined twist. I'm going to use a yoga block. Put under my knees. Chest is wide open. Knees with hips. You would twist to the side. I'm going to allow my knees to rest on the block. You could go deeper if you like. I'm trying to keep my shoulders down on the mat, collarbones wide. You can look opposite way. You can look the same way. You can keep your head neutral, straight. Sometimes I just like to give more support, so I use a prop. Bring the floor up to you. Create that space between rib cage, hip bones. We're going to use a complementary exercise from Pilates after we do this recline twist. We're going to do something called saw. Let your shoulder blades melt away from the center of your spine. Let this shoulder stay down in that. One more deep inhale. Gently come center. Knees to the middle of your mat. Keep that straight line to protect your low back. Straight line, knees to hips. If you want to use a block, you can. You're going to let your knees sway to the other side of your body. Keep this shoulder down on the mat. And you're just going to breathe. So you want to feel how this is your anchor point, the back of the shoulders on the mat. Think of the back of your scapula, your shoulder blade, peeling away from the middle of your spine. You can look away. You can stay neutral. You can look towards your knees, whatever what you want to do to stretch your neck. Just be safe. Breathing in, breathing out. We never force through pain. Muscles resisting, stretching, releasing, that's a good kind of pain, but we never force through like a pain that says, ow, something's wrong. I don't like the way this feels. You never push through that kind of pain. You stop and back off. One more deep inhale here. Feel chest open. Slowly you're going to return center. Draw those knees in. Hug in under the knee so you don't put pressure on the joint. Breathe into the space right in the mid-back between your blades. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale, release. You can either roll to your side, press up mat with your top hand, or nod chin, roll up. And I told you we would do a saw, so I'm going to give you a little saw. For your saw, you're going to flex your feet. You're going to bring your feet a little wider. They don't have to be too wide, actually. I'm not going to do straddle. So I'm going to do saw. So it's just going to be a little wider. We're going to take the hands out. We're going to stretch ribs and hips apart. And then we're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. Shave past pinky toe with pinky finger. Rise up, breathe in. From the top of the head, roll down vertebra by vertebra. Opposite hip is grounded. Really feel these ribs pulling open and apart. Inhale, sits bones equal in your mat. Exhale, roll down. Really stretch apart. Stack up each vertebra on top of the next. Breathing in. And then you're going to exhale, really go across the side angle. Feel up bone by bone. Your sits bones are on the mat. Equal weight. Roll up vertebra by vertebra. Breathing in. Now you're going to stretch in a long diagonal. This hip stays down. From the top ahead, create space between ribs and hips. Really scoop abdominals in. Reach. Stack. Inhale. Exhale. Head away from tailbone. Wrists are straight. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Breathing in. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. 2 more. Breathing in. Exhale, wring out the wet towel. Breathing in. Exhale. Come all the way up. Last thing we're going to do, we are going to do a straddle from yoga. Press through the balls of your feet. Your heels are on the mat. Maybe do a little stretch from one side to the other. We want to get each side of our low back into that lumbodorsal fascia. Trying to get my words out. Lumbodorsal fascia. Back and forth. You have 3 different hamstrings. You're kind of like massaging them into the mat right now. Semi-tendinosis, semi-membranosus. You got the biceps femoris, the bigger part of it. All right, return to your center. Maybe you want pillows in front of you. Maybe you want a block. Equal weight to your sits bones. Stretching up. And we're going to hinge. Hinge. Your kneecaps face up. Your toes face up so we don't damage our hip joints. Knees are up, toes are up. Hinge from hips right there. You can use a block. You can go like this. Rest your forehead on a block. You can go lower. You can go lower. Send the energy through the balls of your feet. Reach through those heels. Feel those inner thighs release. Calming on our spine. Calming our energy. Grounding and centering us. I'm going to take one more deep inhale. Slowly we're going to make our way back up. Gently coming up. We're going to take the legs in. Bring the legs in. We're going to turn sideways, extend the legs straight out on our mat. We're going to do just a little reverse plank. Press the arms long, unweight the shoulders by pressing from armpits to palms. That way your shoulders don't creep up. And then you're going to lift pelvis into the air. Keep your neck reaching long. Supported, eye gaze straight ahead. Engage glutes. Press hips to sky. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen sides of neck. Press hips to sky. Glutes are engaged. Another deep inhale here. And one more time. And gently we're going to release. We're going to come down for our Savasana. We're just going to lie down, relax your head, neck, shoulders, arms, legs. Release your entire body, hands and feet into your mat. Just let your body relax and absorb what we did. You're just trying to melt into the mat without holding tension anywhere. Imagine glowing light all around you. Happy Diwali to who celebrate Diwali, the festival of lights. Imagine those lights all around you. Rebirth, regeneration, growth, positivity, vibrance, energy, radiance. Imagine radiant light encircling your entire body. Light of protection. Radiance of light, golden light all the way around your aura, protecting you. Feel the warmth of the light shining on you. Slowly you're going to wiggle our fingers, slowly wiggle your toes. Gently bring your awareness back. Take a deep inhale, stretch arms overhead, stretch head away from tailbone, stretch fingers away from toes. 3 deep inhales. And releasing, low back into mat. 2 more inhales. And 1 more inhale. Slowly, we're going to turn to the right side of our body. And we're going to bend the top arm in. Gently press hand into mat. Pressing into a seated position. Come into your easy pose, Sukhasana. Gently crossing ankles in front. And we did it. So thanks for joining me this morning, afternoon, evening. It's evening here for me. Appreciate you all. If you like my content, please hit like, share, subscribe so I can grow my channel and you can help me grow. Thank you so much. Bring palms together to your heart center. Now imagine vibrant green light encompassing your heart, healing energy, healing your heart. Green. The light within me honors and acknowledges the light within you. Thank you. Peace. Take care, everybody. Good night. Bye. See you soon.